We're almost there, Luna. We're almost there. The thing is now, has it been worth the effort? We'll find out now shortly. Look at the mud here, boys. Look at the kind of mud there. That's unusual, isn't it? It's not mud. It's rock. That I've never seen like that. That's a mud that's turned into rock. It's not quite old enough to become rock. See the seams and all on it. I wonder how old that mud is there, boys. That's a kind of place you might get a footprint of a dinosaur, you know. That is, and that's just all not. You can scratch it. You can scratch it. That's interesting there, boys. It's worth coming down for that alone there. If you're into geology, all the seams, all the grey seams. So them grey seams there, that means that this has already turned 45 degrees. That would have formed going up and down the ways. It would have formed up and down the ways that way. So you would have had a layer of mud, a layer of this stuff, a layer of mud, a layer of... There's probably a billion years between all them, you know. A million anyway. And depending how much mud, there's probably a river here at one time. More grey down this way. Bit of geology here. But the sea's at it now, the sea's going to take it away. But that's going to run right underneath all them sand dunes. That's probably running for 10 mile. All that mud. And so the sea doesn't get near, that ends up going to a very hard rock someday. But what kind of stone do you get from mud? I would say it's mud, it's not sandstone. It's a muck. Dinosaurs could have stood in this ground here, I tell you. Dinosaurs could have stood on it. Luna is fascinated. She likes a bit of geology, as well, Luna. Plenty of geology in Northern Ireland. All you have to do is go out of your way. That's worth it just for that walk alone to see this, because I've never seen that anywhere before. That's the kind of place you could bring school in, isn't it? What that Debbie rock there? That be limestone with all the wee layers. I'm into geology now. Some weird rocks down this way here. They look like, to me, like they're not fully formed. They're halfway between common rocks. That there's like a flint there. But it's not sharp, it's not hard enough to be a flint. See the age on it? Maybe that's a wee flint that didn't get formed right. There's the chalk there, and you get there's flint there. Now you see that's the proper stuff there. How flint is sharp, I'll tell you, cuts through your skin. So it normally looks white on the outside, like glass sharp on the inside. So maybe that's a wee bit of flint that's not fully formed. Flint's a wee bit like a diamond, so it is. Not that there for geology there. That'll make a nice door stopper there. See if that was all poised up? Nice door stopper there. It's all barbed wire now, stop us getting in here. So this might be the actual oil terminal place, I don't know. So the thing is, the oil terminal's there now, but they may have took over an old quarry or something that was there before. So look how they made this wee slipway here now, it's old railway lines. So them railway lines, there's steam trains ran across there. That's the marina now, strictly private marina. There's the old railway lines there now, like, boys. And They had it hollow originally, and they put these concrete beams on it, and then later on they come along and just poured concrete in. The original idea must have failed. The uprights supposed to do the first, they rust away, aren't they? It takes a lot to rust away a full railway line now, boys. Look at the nice wall there, boys. See the chalk wall? That's properly made there. Top of it's knocked off. That's a nice job, isn't it? So there must have been something industrial here. I'll take a peek in the gate, see what we can see. We're not allowed on, but I'm not interested in the modern boats. I want to see why it was built. You wouldn't have brought a ship up there, would you? Hey, it's a wee harbour, boys. That is a harbour. That is a harbour over there. You would never know a harbour was in there. Fancy house up there. They'd probably own it now. That wouldn't be Carrick power station now, would it, in front? So that oil terminal thing is bringing the oil directly into Carrick. Probably gas now, right now. In fact, they're converted to gas. So they might take that pier away. Look at that cute wee harbour there and the wee fishing, the wee shed and all for the nets. So you wonder why they had a slipway as well. Plus you had to bring the boats out for maintenance. You take your boat on there to shelter it. Winter time, then you bring it out. You think about a wee winch and all up there, wouldn't you? No sign of a winch now. White Harbour, strictly private marina. More info. So that road where them houses are now, it brings you down to that railway line crossing. That would take you to that harbour. That's worth a seeing now, Luna. Worth a seeing. But that wee harbour's nicely built there, like. You wouldn't have thought they would build that harbour just for a fishing boat. A lot of money for a fishing boat. So all this here, this was originally made of wood. They got the railway lines, and then they put the wooden sleepers across. So this whole thing was made from the old railway line that they had. And later on they come along with concrete. The sleepers rotted away and they put in a couple of concrete ones. Still used the original bolts and all. It's pretty steep too, like, pretty steep. But I had to walk back, no point in recording, go back now. If I fall and rip the leg off myself, I'll record the blood coming out. I'll add that on at the end, warning people not to do this. So, them concrete bits over there, that's the concrete sleepers. So originally, some age here, boys, some age. You got the original railway lines, the original wooden railway sleepers, and then after the wooden railway sleepers came these concrete ones, and they have since been replaced. And they have got the concrete railway sleepers and replaced some of the wooden ones. So that's why you got the screw holes. See these screw holes here? Them screw holes there are holding on the thing for the rails. They're holding them on for the rails. So chances is they're still on there, upside down. And look, they bolted onto the rails. They just turned it upside down, boys. That's a good one there. They put the rails upside down and they're still bolted onto the rails. How ingenious is that, boys? And they put the concrete ones on. So them to some age there, like. They are some age. How long does a concrete railway sleeper last for? That's the advantage of living next to a railway line, isn't it? Them boys will just toss them off. Throw them in my wee yard there, boys. I'll look after them for you. My nephew across the road, Howden's was spent £40,000 on his house. That's a trial. £40,000 in the house, putting in a heat pump, batteries and solar panels. And his oil tank, my oil tank's about 25-30 years old, plastic. His oil tank is about 15 years old. So I tell him, how long your oil tank? I'll change the oil tank over. Wouldn't give me the oil tank. The oil tank has to be disposed of legally, and they have to get a certificate to prove they've done it. And the only way they could do that is to have an oil tank to hand in. So as part of this grant thing, the boys, they had to pay 2 boys to come out and lift his oil tank. It's not waste of water. Now, if I had more time, I could have emptied my oil tank and we could took my oil tank, but no time to do all that. Mine's just half full of oil. But I just think there's something badly wrong when you're going out of your way deliberately destroying good stuff. Them ruby sleepers there, so handy for that man. See if they did it today, they'd probably have to dispose of it and get a certificate to prove they disposed of it. They wouldn't be allowed to give them the ruby sleepers. There's more mud there, that's more mud than rock. So, it's still hard, still very hard, but it's... There's the light grey stuff there. So the grey stuff is just mud too. So why have you got the grey mud? What's making it grey? You see that it's on its right shape there, like it's all lying the right way. You see the seams just building up, but over there it's gone on its side. That's a lot darker colour. So there must have been a wee earthquake or something one time, and it shifted the... Look at that there, boys. That's not much good now. That would have been a wee ball at one time. Right side's gone completely brittle. See, if I lay here long enough, I'd probably go like that there, you know. I wonder what kind of ball that was. Plastic inside. I might as well take it around, no point in leaving here. Plastic's in the ocean. It's not going to last long. Look at that wee rock there, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful wee rock there, boys? You know, I don't normally pick rocks off beaches, but that one there is beautiful. It's like a wee shell, but you don't collect shells because they kill the wee creatures. That's a rock there. I'm taking that wee rock as a souvenir. I'll put that in a shelf somewhere, Luna. That's a beautiful wee rock there. So much geology down here in this wee beach here, boys. This could become a tourist attraction. There's boys into geology, you know. They can come down here with the wee picks and all, and they would have fun picking at these rocks here. With that big pipe up there, boys. Somebody illegally dumping waste out of there. You see how it's wore this cliff away? The water coming out of there. So that's interesting there. Definitely worth a seeing. So I'll not tip no more now. I'll try and get my way back here without hurting myself. It was a lot quicker coming back to the rocks than it was going, because I now know they're not slippy and all the rest. So I came back and a third the time that it took me to go there, and I was able to walk up the banking. But before I didn't want to fancy walking down the bank, and I came down here the long way. I really cut a bit out. So it's definitely a lot quicker. So if I did it again now, I know the rocks are not slippy. You do it a lot quicker, and I wasn't holding the camera. So nice wee view this way now. So I'm not going to tape all this. So each train comes, I'll tape the train. Just noticed this bit of wall here. Proper built wall, like. You see where it's missing. So just to go on out, whatever the reason, I don't know why you built the wall there. The railway line's away behind, there's a hull. So the railway line's between the two. Why you put a wall out here, I don't know. Well, not much erosion here, so I guess an old wall, like. And instead of that, there's a railway line down there. Somebody's underwear's down there too, like. So I take it when they built that wall, this clay used to be further out. So it's gone back a great bit. But I don't know why they built it. It's not really protected. It's quite high up, isn't it? From the... I don't know where the wind's gone now. Luna! I'm looking at archaeology and there's a way on. Didn't do its job anyway. But I just wonder, like, why were they worried about this disappearing into the sea when the railway line's not next to it? Come on now, Lena! There's a really dodgy bit of the path here. It's just a pity when this goes here, the wee path's going to be closed off. You can need to run right wee distance, you know. I was going to say you could run a telegraph pole or something across there. Right wee distance. She's going back down now to play stones down here. I'll tell you what I found yesterday. Was Wayne's playing stones where at forget the name of the place, what our place was at. But when the tide went out, you get the wee fellas would grab pebbles and throw the pebbles under the sea the way you're supposed to, and then she would bark and go run after them. But then you get some wee girls, and they were it wasn't just one wee girl, several wee girls were reaching for the biggest rocks they could possibly throw. And of course they can't throw very far. That's worrying because Luna would try and catch it like a tennis ball. Look at all these wee steps here. So look, I'm not one for a coach to run off the stones, but I'll give her a couple. She does enjoy it. I want to see all these diving boards and all where. There's lots of wee iron butts and all. They would tell me. So you see the iron butts here. So you mind there's a walkway. There's another 2 iron butts out there. Another 2 out there. Another 2 below that. So there must have been a boardwalk, a bit like you get in Ballycastle. They must have had a boardwalk going out here. And then it led to a diving board that got that deep about of water we could dive off. It's interesting. I think that tide's moved, Luna. That tide's got deeper out. Tide's coming in. So we'll get a couple of wee stones and get running over here. I'm going to throw in the wee pebbles, pet. How do I put sea level up? You ready? You're too slow, Luna. Too slow. So I'm using smaller stones. Sea level's going to rise. See, I can give you the tennis ball, but if that's too deep, you're not going for it. No. We lost a tennis ball and Port Rush, didn't we? You wouldn't get after yours and get it. Are you ready? Right, last one, last one. You're not putting enough effort on. Come on ahead now, come on. Come on out. Luna, up this way, pet. See where this goes. Oh, Luna, Luna, up. Luna. That's a girl. I think there's a wee bit of a garden, a wee bit of park thing here. A wee railway out there, closed off. That must have been the original one there. Why is there 2 railway lines here? There's one a road. We'll find out now when we go up. Let's find out one's and outs, and one would have been a metal bridge. I'll play a ball here. I'm curious to know now where there's 2 lines there splitting off, because only there's one line goes to, what's the next place? Down towards Belfast direction. That's weird there. I'm looking at Google Maps, it's hard to see with the light shine on it. There's actually a railway track on that second bridge, and the railway track ends on that second bridge. There's no railway line once you pass it, and you can see where it used to run, and then it just doesn't run anywhere. So sometime then, unless there was a landslide, battery went flat. So I don't know, unless they tried to build the train going one way and the rock was too hard to blast away or what, I don't know. But the second line was built anyway. So there's 2 bridges, and the train track goes as far as one bridge and stops. So they must just use it now as a siding. But hey, look, there's a track there now. Once the rails come down to there, the gravel's over the whole lot. So I don't know. Why even lay rails there? Must be just a spare siding. You think they started before the bridge. But that's a double bridge, like. You've got a concrete section and you've got the old stone section. And it doesn't go anywhere. Need to ask a local. Now the train's coming. But it didn't come 20 minutes ago. What's the noise? That's the... them lines moving there. Something squeaking over there. But you want your ball? Do a bit of ball playing here. It's a dead heat today, humid heat. And now, pet. Oh, tummy rubs! Does Luna want a tummy rub? Does she? Does Luna want a tummy rubs? Does Luna want a tummy rubs? You're not putting much effort in it. Huh? See, I can sit on that wee bench there, pet, and you could bring your wee ball over. Wouldn't that be handy? No, Luna not bring the ball over. She wants to be the one after. This must be like a wee community garden thing. They've got a wee domestic shed over there. Anywhere else would probably vandalised. So they must have a wee garden club and do all these flower pots. Probably retired people around this way here. Big pensions and all in it. Retired down at Whitehead. There's a wee Coast Guard houses over there. You got your wee tower. It's unusual they're built by red bricks. Normally they're always built with stone. But you have 2 or 3 houses, that would have been your Coast Guard staff. And then the wee tower itself. And apparently what they used to do, they used to be up there with they wouldn't have binoculars in them days. Oh, that's too advanced. They probably had a wee telescope. And they were checking vessels coming in and out, because any ship that came in and out had to pay a tax. And they would just register it. We buy up there with a wee cold pen and a wee book, and he would spot the ships coming in and write down the names and stuff, or numbers, probably names back in them days. And then if somebody else in Belfast down the wee harbour office or something like that, they make sure they've come in and paid the taxes. So that's all it was. A bit like traffic wardens, you know, traffic wardens in their day. Probably the boys in the boats hated them, like, trying to get in darkness and for them boys wouldn't see. But you imagine, like, you got 3 staff, now there's 3 families, like, but they're not paying families, they're only paying 1 man in the house. So 3 shifts to monitor that wee tower there. All shared that big garden. Probably had no lawnmowers or nothing back in them days. It was all wild. It's just up on top of the hill for the view. That's where it needed to be. Come on now, Luna. I say it's unusual to have red brick ones. Now and again you get fancy ones. There's some fancy ones there in outside Bangor, because they're on a private estate, and the boy who owned the estate didn't want ugly buildings on his property, so he made them building fancy. So that's the only time they normally build them fancy. What does here, boys? You think MS just a wee pot plant? Buncrana is the #1 town, and the #1 town I know anywhere in the world who looks after the bees. See these wee flower pots? Nothing to do with bees. Dyes. See, you want to dye your clothes? This is the place to come here. I don't know how many people dye stuff. You need to have probably natural wool. But look at that there. All these wee plants are used for dyeing stuff. Hey. It provides eco-friendly natural dye pigments for textiles, knitting yarn, soap making, and even artist paints and pastels. I never thought you made paint from a plant. I need the summer, autumn and winter to create an array of colours. I'll tell you. An old age practice is funded by the Heritage Lottery. So these aren't just your normal wee plants here, boys. These are used for dyeing things. Now, I don't think many locals dye anything. I'll keep an eye out to see if I see any clothes that colour them plants when I walk around the village today. I'll tell you, I see the price of school uniforms. You can really get white t-shirts and dye them. There you are. I find it hard to get nice clothes for her. Very hard to get, it's all the same old thing. Get some plain white colours and dye them different colours for dinner. There's a wee Coast Guard. It'd be nice to, and Buncrana, the wee Coast Guard probably has a black plaque outside telling you when they were built and all. Because they're used to having tourists, you see. Over here, nobody cares about them. All they're listed and all the rest. Well, if you want to change the tile, you have to fill in 20 forms. But there's nothing to tell the locals what they're looking at. There's a wee car park there, boy. Wee camper van. Wee tin shed. That may have been a wee gospel hall at one time, you know. Might still be a gospel hall. These gospel people used to build wee tin sheds everywhere. That's Scout Hall now. Must be the Scouts. They're the way down here herself. Oh, that's two other wee puppies. Underneath the railway line again. Where's Luna going? These ones were getting ready to seal and they're going, it's all getting ready. How's that?
Hiya.
Hello. We've got the seals up, but nobody's out yet. Must be waiting for the wind to come. Then I'm on this way, Pep.
I'm sure there's
How you doing?